Modern life, filled as it is with stress and turmoil, often sees us caught up in a whirlwind of negative emotions, anxiety, and indeed, sadness. Yet, were you aware that golden principles, discovered by Stoic philosophers more than 2,000 years ago, exist to help people live peacefully and steadfastly, regardless of any challenges faced? Stoic philosophy imparts the teaching that true strength emanates not from controlling circumstances externally, but rather from the mastery of our minds and our emotions. Upon learning to view obstacles as opportunities, ceasing to endure imaginary pains, and accepting life's impermanence, inner peace and resilience unparalleled you will find. To accept the challenge and the true power within yourself discover, are you willing? On a journey to explore these marvelous principles, join me, and learn how to act as if nothing anymore can trouble you. A philosophy this is, and indeed the key, unlocking a door that leads to a life happy and meaningful. To change and the strongest version of yourself become, get ready. Number 1. View obstacles as opportunities. Life, imagine it as a journey, with twists, turns, and obstacles filled. In each of these obstacles, the opportunities for growth and development, can you see? One of the greatest Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, said once, "The impediment to action advances action. What in the way stands, the way becomes." Further to illustrate this, the life of Jesus let us consider, a model of hardship overcome to bring humanity light. Betrayal and extreme pain, Jesus not only endured, but also those sufferings transformed into opportunities love and forgiveness to spread. About the power of patience and forgiveness, in his darkest moments, he taught us. Pain and death, he turned into symbols of hope and salvation. Note well the similarity with Stoic philosophy here, where not as punishment adversity is seen, but as an opportunity for growth inner. Yourself, ask, a challenge the last time you faced, react how did you? By it, were you overwhelmed? Or a way to turn it into motivation forward to move, did you find? To look within and the strength to transform obstacles into opportunities find, Stoic philosophy encourages us. How we not only survive, but more robustly live every day, this is. Every challenge encountered, remember, is an opportunity for you to learn, to grow, and more resilient to become. Obstacles are not your enemies, as Marcus Aurelius said. Guiding you on how difficulties to overcome and light to find, even in moments the darkest, they are teachers. Challenges, with an open heart and a mind clear, embrace, and that nothing troubles you anymore, you will find. Number 2, you do suffer imaginary pains. If the worries and pains you feel truly have existence, or if merely products of your imagination they are, have you ever wondered? That much of our pain stems not from events actual, but from our imagination, Stoic philosophy teaches us. To the times you worried about an exam, a meeting, or an event important, think back. Terrible scenarios in our minds, how often have we created, only to realize that reality was not as bad as imagined by us? Taught Jesus also, therefore, about tomorrow do not worry, for tomorrow about itself will worry. Trouble enough of its own each day has. With things that have not yet occurred, we should not burden ourselves, this advice emphasizes. A farmer, fearful every day about the harvest upcoming, drought, pests, crop failure, imagine. The crops grow better, does that fear help? Or the farmer of joy and health, it merely robs? About how many times unnecessary worries in your life you have created, think. Any real value, do these imaginary pains provide when difficult situations facing? On the present we should focus on problems immediate address, instead of worrying about things that haven't happened. Our ability to enjoy the moment present, worrying about the future only diminishes. The last time you felt anxious about something, recall, and then realized it was all in your imagination. That sense of relief when nothing terrible happened, you understand, truly precious is. Imaginary pains control you, instead of letting, on what you can control, focus. Anxious or distressed when you feel, ask yourself, is this happening, or is it my imagination just? See more clearly and recognize that many fears are illusions merely. Asking these questions helps you. The truth seek, and reason let guide you. Much easier life becomes when baseless worries we let go of, fully in the present live, and challenges with courage face. Realize this, Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus not only help us, but also guide us on how a meaningful and peaceful life to live. Next, to secret number 3 in our journey of discovering and our best potential conquering, let us move on. But first, a question for you I have. Why do things that do not last forever we stubbornly cling? Have you ever wondered? To discuss secret number 3, acceptance of impermanence, this question invites. Number 3, embrace impermanence. Life is like a river, always flowing and stopping never. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, conveyed once, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. That our perceptions can change, this reminds us, and that change is a natural part of life we should accept. To external changes not only is impermanence limited, but also the transformations within our minds and emotions it includes. Days there are when happy you feel, and days there are when sad you feel, and part of life all these emotions are. To accept and face change, Jesus also taught us. Man shall not by bread alone live, but by every word that out of the mouth of God proceeds. From faith and knowledge strength we must seek to confront impermanence. This means about moments in your life when everything unexpectedly changed. Think. A loss it could be, or a success it could be. With those changes, how did you cope? Yourself becoming stronger after overcoming difficulties. Do you find peace? We can find and learn to see every change as an opportunity for growth. When impermanence we accept the chance to appreciate the present moments. Impermanence also gives us that nothing lasts forever when you know the moments with family, friends, and life experiences you will cherish more. Yourself, ask, change can you accept and peace find in understanding that everything is temporary? Life is lighter and more meaningful you will begin to see, when impermanence you accept. Loss or change we will no longer fear, but instead each moment fully with gratitude and love life. In summary, not just a philosophy of life is accepting impermanence, but also an art that helps us serenity and joy in each day find. On this path, let the Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus guide you. Peace and strength in your soul you will find by accepting that everything changes, and this change it is that the wondrous beauty of life creates. Number 4, master the art of detachment. Our lives often are filled with situations beyond our control, loss, failure, and unforeseen challenges. However, how we react in these situations is what truly matters. Letting go does not mean responsibility shirking or indifference. Our limits recognizing it means, and not letting things beyond our control our happiness affect. About letting go and in God trusting, Jesus also taught us. Your burden on the Lord cast, and sustain you He will. The righteous to be moved, He will never permit. Our trust and hope in higher powers to place, this encourages us, helping us from unnecessary worries and burdens free ourselves. To things we cannot change when we cling, our own suffering we create. About a relationship that has ended, a job that was lost, or an opportunity that has passed, think. To carry these burdens with you, do you need? Or let go can you, to open yourself up to new and better things? A situation in your life consider where with something beyond your control you were obsessed. A relationship that ended, it could be an opportunity that passed, or a mistake from the past. If holding on to these things happiness brings you, have you ever wondered? Marcus Aurelius, in his work Meditations, wrote that which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees. That part of a whole we are, this reminds us, and to let go of what is not good for our soul and the community around us, we must learn. The art of letting go practice by asking yourself, is this important? Is it within my control? If no is the answer, yourself allow to let go and on what you can control and improve, focus. In this way, inner peace and true freedom you will find. The art of letting go mastering not only helps us loss and change more easily face, but also allows us a full life to live. Freedom and the ability to focus on what truly matters in life you will find, when you let go. Jesus and Stoic philosophers have shown us the path to peace and tranquility through letting go. And this is a valuable lesson daily we should remember and apply. To master the art of letting go and true peace in your soul find, are you ready? If ready you are, a comment saying, mastering the art of letting go, leave to show your determination to change, and how we can apply Stoic philosophy to build a better life. Let's discuss. Remember, in every challenge, an opportunity there is for those who know how it to see. Number 5. Practice daily reflection. At the end of the day, have you ever paused to reflect on what has happened, on your actions, thoughts, and emotions? Daily reflection is a core principle of Stoic philosophy, helping us ourselves to reassess, from experiences learn, and every day improve. Face our mistakes. Daily reflection helps us recognize our strengths and weaknesses, and ways to better ourselves find. When the time to reflect we take, not only what we have done do we review, but also a deeper understanding of our nature we gain, opportunities for change and growth creating. Spending a few minutes each night writing in a journal, imagine, noting down what you experienced, what well you did, and what improvement needs. A question for you, here's, today, what did you do progress to make? Anything you regret, is there? And tomorrow, what would you do differently? Us to reflect and pray daily, Jesus also encouraged. In the Bible, he says, seek, and you will find, knock, and the door will be open to you. That through reflection and seeking, enlightenment and guidance we will receive, this teaching reminds us. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and Stoic philosopher, daily reflection practiced through his writings. In Meditations, his thoughts, struggles, and philosophies he recorded, not only himself to admonish, but also with future generations to share. That reflection prepares our minds to face any challenge, he constantly reminded us. When daily reflection you practice, not only yourself better understand you, but also a resilient, patient, and compassionate spirit you build. Yourself becoming calmer and more clear-headed in decisions and actions, you will find. So, tonight, on what will you reflect? Let each day be not just an existence, but a step forward in your journey of self-improvement through constant reflection and learning. Stoic philosophy and Jesus' teachings will always be a source of inspiration and guidance on our path to peace and perfection. Halfway through today's lesson we are. Your participation is a great encouragement for us in our journey the true values of Stoic philosophy to more people to bring. So, this video please like and share these lessons to your family and friends to spread, or a comment saying, I cherish my life. Leave it for the journey with the next 5 lessons you are ready. Number 6. Cultivate inner peace. Inner peace is not a state by chance we can achieve. The result of conscious, continuous practice and reflection, it is. Someone facing major challenges in life, imagine, work pressure, family issues, or daily worries. Inner peace, how do they maintain? First, they need to recognize that while everything that happens around them they cannot control, how they respond, they can control. Jesus once said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and rest I will give you." Strength and peace and faith and love defined, this teaching encourages us. Our circumstances, we cannot control, but our reactions, we can control. When everything calmly and objectively to view we learn, true peace we will find. A serene, clear lake deep in the forest, imagine. Though storms may come and ripples on the surface cause, the water pure and tranquil beneath remains. Your soul like that lake you can learn to keep, peaceful amid the storms. Yourself, ask, how can I inner peace find every day? One effective way is time for meditation, reflection, and prayer to take. When time connecting with yourself, and with God, you spend, a deep sense of peace in your soul you will feel. Your day with a few minutes of meditation, try starting, on your breath focusing, and worries at the end of the day letting go. Time to pray and reflect on what has happened, take guidance and peace from God seeking. So, today, what will you do your inner peace to nurture? By accepting what you cannot change, begin on what you can control, focusing, and joy in simple things finding. Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus will be valuable sources of inspiration and guidance on your journey to finding peace and happiness. Number 7. Develop resilience through adversity. Why difficulties our way come? Have you ever wondered? Merely temporary challenges, are they? Or truly opportunities for us to grow, are they? Stoic philosophy asserts that resilience through hardship is developed, and each challenge, a stepping stone for us stronger and more steadfast to become. When facing adversity, 2 choices we have: either let it as defeat, or as a tool ourselves to train, use it. About the times you've encountered difficulties in life, think. Those experiences, did they help you stronger and more resilient become? A famous story of resilience is that of Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychologist who the Holocaust survived. His book, Man's Search for Meaning, he wrote, "In the face of unavoidable suffering, meaning we can find and thereby anything endure." His extreme suffering Frankl turned into a driving force to explore and share a philosophy of resilience and life's meaning. Facing a major life upheaval, imagine, losing a loved one, failing in your career, or dealing with a serious illness. Defeated, you might feel, but this is also when your inner strength you can discover. Jesus also taught us about resilience through trials. In the Bible, he says, "In this world, trouble you will have, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Not to fear difficulties, this teaching encourages us, because through resilience, victory and peace we will find. Developing resilience through hardship not only makes us stronger, but also helps us a deeper understanding of ourselves and the value of perseverance gain. Jesus and Stoic philosophers have shown us the way adversity to overcome and the true meaning of life find. Let these teachings be a source of inspiration and guidance on our journey resilience to build. The conversation in our comments section. Join. How do you difficulties face? Will you let them you defeat, or will you use them as opportunities to grow? Your story, we look forward to hearing. Number 8. Don't create your upsets. About the times you felt troubled by minor things, think, a thoughtless comment, a situation not going your way, or even a bad weather day. Truly as bad as you think, are these things? Or have you made them more significant than they need to be? This question, consider, how many times have you unnecessary troubles in your life created? Jesus also taught us not to let worries and trouble our lives dominate. In the Bible, he says, "Therefore, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes?" To trust in God and not let minor worries our peace disrupt, this teaching encourages us. You're on your way to an important appointment, imagine, and suddenly stuck in traffic find yourself. Your first reaction might be anger, anxiety, and self-blame for not leaving earlier. However, pause you can and ask yourself, will this anger help me my destination any faster reach? What can I do this situation better to make? If to stay calm you choose, the situation accept, and the time to think or an audiobook listen to use, your distress significantly decreases. You will find that many troubles are self-created when you realize how you view and situations react to. You will start to change. Instead of letting minor things upset you, to let go and on what truly matters focus, learn. Life becoming much lighter and more pleasant, you will find. So, from now on, what will you choose? Creating unnecessary troubles, or a peaceful life living on positive and meaningful things focusing? Stoic philosophy and Jesus' teachings will always be an inspiration to help you the path to true peace and happiness find. Number 9, focus on the how, not the what. Why sometimes you feel lost, even though your goals you know. Have you ever wondered? Stoic philosophy teaches us that what matters is not what we want to achieve, but how we approach and execute. The principle of focusing on the how, not the what, emphasizes that actions and methods are the keys to success and inner peace. By underlying this principle understanding, your perspective you can shift from stressing over outcomes to concentrating on your actions and responses. When you focus on how situations you handle, control over your peace and well-being you gain, making it easier through life's challenges to navigate. On these teachings let's reflect, and ways to incorporate them into our daily lives find. Your thoughts and experiences in the comments section share. How do you minor troubles handle? Do you let them your peace control? Or do you on constructive ways to manage them focus? Your stories and discussing how Stoic philosophy can help us a better life build, we look forward to hearing. Number 10. Prioritize rationality over emotions. Decisions made in moments of emotional turmoil, have you ever regretted? Stoic philosophy encourages us reason over emotion to prioritize in decision-making, because reason calmness and clarity brings, whereas emotions often lead to impulsive actions and regret. In daily life, situations that require careful consideration we often face. When reason guides us we let situations more objectively we can view and better decisions make. About a time you were angry and said or did something you later regretted, think. You might realize that if you had paused, carefully thought, and reason let, the outcome different could have been. Jesus also taught us about self-restraint and wise action. In the Bible, he says, "The wise man his house on the rock builds. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall, because its foundation on the rock it had." To build our lives on the foundation of wisdom and reason, this teaching encourages us, not on fleeting emotions. Someone criticizing your work harshly, imagine. Your first instinct might be to react defensively or lash out. But what if you paused and whether the criticism has any merit considered? What if calmly you asked for clarification and the feedback to improve used? By prioritizing rationality, potential conflict into a learning opportunity you turn. So, in your next challenging situation, will you choose by reason to be led, or emotions control it? Thinking clearly and acting wisely practice, and you will find that life more peaceful and fulfilling becomes. Stoic philosophy and the teachings of Jesus offer us timeless wisdom on how a meaningful and fulfilling life to live. By mastering the art of letting go, daily reflection practicing, inner peace cultivating, resilience developing, self-created upsets avoiding, and rationality prioritizing, life's challenges with grace and wisdom we can navigate. By these teachings let us be inspired, and in our daily lives apply them a better, more peaceful world to build. Your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments share. How have these principles helped you in your journey? What steps will you take them into your life to incorporate? This journey together let's continue, supporting and from one another learning, as in wisdom and peace we grow.